What's up, Group Coach Nation? So happy to be here today. Let's talk about picking the right people for your mastermind group. If you're doing group coaching, anything in a group setting, member selection makes all the difference. Now, of course, let's just foundational point here. First of all, you have to have people coming in your mastermind, right? You got to have a consistent flow of those people or in your group, whatever you got going. You got to have prospects coming in at a really steady flow, so you have the option to pick wisely. If you have 3 people coming into your group and you're hoping to have 5 people in your group, you're going to feel pressured to say yes to everyone. So absolutely, first up, make sure you have a consistent flow of people coming through. If you have questions about how to do that, we have tons of information here in the community. Reach out, ask one of our team members. They'll point you in the right direction of where the video, the resources are. We'll get you there. Ultimately, though, have a consistent flow. A coach of mine, like 10 years ago, 15 years ago, told me, he said, Chris, if you don't have a predictable way to generate on-profile leads, then you don't have a business. Man, that is so true. Hard to hear, true. Okay, let's say you have that consistent flow coming though, all right? You got to pick the right people. Here is the most important thing that any person in your mastermind has to embody. That has to be in them naturally, not something you're hoping they have or something they're kind of forcing into the mix. They have to be a giving person. All right. I got 3 things that have to be a certain way about the people in my mastermind. 3 things. The first one, and this is kind of universal across all masterminds, all group coaching programs. If you're doing health and fitness, if you're doing relationship coaching, business coaching, marketing coaching, systems and structures, whatever, the first one has to be, are they naturally giving people? Because here's the deal. If you have people who are only takers and not givers, and that gets kind of toxic after a while, right? We all know those people in our lives. They're only takers and not givers, then they will mess up your group. It will be really hard for you and other members in the group to constantly be putting enough emotional energy into the group to keep those takers well fed and happy, and to give everything you need to give and all the other support you need to give to the other members. Everybody in my mastermind groups have to be first up givers. They got to be natural givers. And when we're interviewing people for our mastermind, we're listening for that. We're watching for that. We're like having the interview process. And I don't know, we don't offer seats to everybody. We probably offer seats to 10% of the people we talk to, maybe. I'm guessing somewhere in that number. But the first thing we're looking for is, are they a natural giver? All right. If they are not a natural giver, it's a full stop for us. We're not rude. We don't exit the phone call in a bad way. They just simply don't want to offer a seat. Now, there's lots of qualifications that you're going to have for people that are joining your group. Again, whatever the topic you're going to cover. Where are they in business? Where are they in their personal goals? Where are they in their maturity? In whatever process they're on, whatever it is for you is fine. Kind of know what you need to talk to, and you're gonna figure that out. That's pretty obvious stuff. You'll start getting there when you start talking to people. This is your 100th group. You probably already have that pretty dialed in. If it's your first group, you're gonna figure it out. Lean in, ask questions if you don't know how to do that. We'll show you how to do it. Ultimately, that natural giving piece is super important. Second big piece for me in my mastermind, again, you make this yours. I'm just showing you what qualifications matter to me, and you'll see how you can kind of fit these into your own mastermind or group coaching program. For me, I don't teach people how to become the business expert or entrepreneurial expert they need to be. All right. We teach people how to build high ticket masterminds, and we teach people how to run very effective businesses that are around those done for you one-on-one coaching, group coaching models. All of that really flows well together. So we teach the systems, the processes, how to get people on board, how to train those people, basically how to get your life back, and how to build high ticket group coaching programs or high ticket coaching programs. That's our thing, right? Okay. I don't want to teach you how to become your own expert. So if you're an SEO expert, let's say, or you're a relationship coach expert, or you're a tax and accounting coach expert, or you're somebody who does amazing done for you funnels and ad builds, and that's your thing, and you're doing done for you work and you're coaching and you want to teach people how to do that, cool. I can teach you and show you how to bring in a ton of leads and close those leads and get them into your high ticket programs, your group coaching program, your one-on-one done for you, whatever it is. But I don't want to teach you how to be the expert in the thing you're teaching or doing for others. Okay. That's a qualification for my group. Now, translate that into your own group, right? What are you teaching? What are you helping people do? What are you helping them overcome? What dream are you helping them accomplish? What drain and doubt are you helping them actually deal with? Think about that and think through, okay, what do you need to have in your group? Who needs to be like this? They have to kind of be here, 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 and here. Make a little list. These things have to be true about them for me to be able to really help them with the next step. Okay. When you're first starting out, that list is pretty broad, kind of vague, trying to sort it out. But if you don't help people with health and wellness, then you're not really concerned about where they are in their health and wellness journey or what they've tried out. That's not part of your process. If you're helping them with business things like I am, then their personal health and wellness, you might be concerned about them as a human to human, but it's not part of your coaching program, right? It's not a requirement to getting in your coaching program. Okay. Next up. So first up, absolutely every group member in every group ever should be a naturally giving person. Okay. That's not just me. Think about that. Find those people. Interview for that. Number two, in my group, again, they need to already know their expertise. They need to be an expert in something, all right? Or pretty good at something, or have their mind and their business model already aiming in a certain direction. Oh, I'm good at this. I like helping people with this, that kind of thing. I don't want to figure that out for that person. They have to already know their thing. The third thing is, in my group, they have to be good communicators, all right? We teach a lot of communication skill, a lot of selling, a lot of positioning, a lot of how to get copy that's right, how to get things going from a communication standpoint. But I don't want to take someone who's just really bad on camera or on mic and try to coach them through that process, right? Again, that's for me, okay? We help people build their studios. We help people get everything set up for their mastermind. So we do a lot of coaching in that space. But if someone is just so struggling to even be on camera, it's just not their thing, then teaching a high ticket mastermind is probably going to be a big struggle for them. There's lots of things they have to do to step in to that space. Okay. And that's a big thing. That's something I want to make sure people already have kind of locked in, at least a good basic skill set. Again, that's for me and my mastermind. What is it for you and yours? Again, I teach people how to build high ticket masterminds and group coaching programs. We also teach them how to run very effective, high ticket, done for you coaching and group coaching programs. Those are the two mastermind groups we lead. Both of those skill sets, both of the successful outcomes that we teach require good communication skills. So you can see why we require a good set of communication skills. We find that out in 30 seconds on a Zoom call. It's so easy to spot that. Here's the thing. Translate that again. What is it for you? What do you need people to be able to do already before they start in your group in order to have success with what you're teaching? You got to think through these things, right? Again, going back to my very first point, before we even talked about the three things that are required to be in our masterminds and how you can translate that, the very first point is you got to have a serious flow of leads coming into your group. Your prospecting system has to be up and running. I'm a huge fan of organic prospecting systems, as you know. Nothing wrong with paid traffic. We use paid traffic occasionally. We have a ton of people in our community who are experts at paid traffic. They do that really well. It's just not my thing, not my expertise, right? However you're getting your leads, paid, organic, hanging out on social media platforms of your choice, building and launching webinars, running email lists, whatever your thing is, make sure you have a strong flow of leads. That strong flow of leads, 10 sales appointments a week showing up on your calendar, something like that. That gives you an opportunity to do really good member selection because you have a chance to say, no, I need to not offer a seat this time when you find someone who it might not work for. Again, we offer seats to people we believe will win in our program. Like that's absolutely just foundational for us. You can join in if we really think you have a chance to win. If you don't, we'll tell you, and we'll tell you what to do before you come back and check with us again. We get people to success. It works, but it's so important that we find out where you are so you know what to do first, second, third. Fifth, sixth, seventh step might be come back and join one of our programs. We got to get you in a place where you can succeed. And that's why we do so many coaching calls in our community. Do the same thing in your community. I'm using everything we do as just an example for you. We practice what we preach here, folks. Do the same thing in your community. Help people move forward. Sometimes, oftentimes, that's not going to be joining your program. There's things they need to do. You might know another coach in your community who they need to connect to. We connect people to other coaches in our community all the time. We've had so many people go through our mastermind. We have tons of people who have amazing masterminds, and we like to just say, hey, you actually need what this person offers. They have what you need. Go do this and then come back to us. Or go do this. You don't need us. Whatever it is, do the right thing, right? But for all of that to work, you got to have a very predictable way to get leads. Again, if you don't have a way to predictably generate on-profile leads, then you don't have a business. You're just getting lucky. So these 3 pieces of what you should look for your own member selection is really going to be held up, supported, foundationally underlaid if you have a consistent flow of prospects. I'm not trying to just overdo that point, but it's so hard to be picky. It's so hard to ask for what you need to get to make your, financially, to make your mastermind viable. It's hard to select the right members. It's hard to be critical and in a good way, critically approaching that group of member potentials if you don't have a strong flow of leads coming in, because you're scared this might be your only shot, right? You need to have a lot of opportunity there. Those 3 things that I mentioned, that is where it's at when it comes to picking the right members for your group. The first one, absolutely universal. They have to be giving people. If they're not, the whole group falls apart and it will melt you emotionally trying to support people who aren't givers. Givers make everybody win. Truly, when we launch our mastermind groups, if we have 15 people in each group, I promise, I'm not the coolest guy in the room. There's no way. The people in our mastermind groups do more to support each other than me and my team could ever do, because we select givers. So our masterminds work really well and we get really good results. And truly, it is because we select givers. It supports each other. It's the coolest thing ever. Yeah, we bring structure, and you will too. When you're teaching your own group program, you'll bring structure and you'll bring a pathway, and people can start going through the process and checking the boxes and getting things done and getting results. But we all know that our own personal results come so much easier when we have a team that we're on, when we're supported, when we're working together. That's what really good givers do in a mastermind. And the other 2 examples I gave, use those or lose those. Ultimately, they're the examples that are meaningful to me and our group, because they help us screen who should be teaching their own mastermind. How can we help them? You're going to have to screen them for your own credentials. So what is it that people need to already be able to do, or be able to accomplish, or already have kind of in their workflow, in their experience, or whatever, that tells you, yeah, this would be a good person that would be set up for success in your program. That's how we do it. We work with a lot of folks who have masterminds and high ticket one-on-one or high ticket done for you services. And every time there's success, it's always because of these things. Even if it's just done for you in one-on-one coaching, let's say it's just done for you. You're not even coaching anybody. You're like, Chris, you have to be a naturally giving person if I'm not even coaching them and just doing done for you services. Oh yeah, it's way better. You know that? When you have people who are super needy and just take on your done for you service, oh my gosh, they're hard to work with. But when they're naturally giving people, they're so grateful. They're easy to work with. You ask them for some collateral, they bring it right to you. It's amazing. You get stuff done, they get results. Look for those awesome people. I want to be one of those awesome people, right? Every day I want to be more of a giver. I think that's such a great quality. Unfortunately, it's not my most natural skill set. It's work. But wow, I think we're all better off when we're all a little more giving, aren't we? Okay, that's it. Enjoy the rest of your day. Get out there and crush it. Find those people. If there's anything I've said that's most important in this conversation, it is, I guess, being a giver ourselves. That'd be the number 1 thing. Number 2 thing, prospect. Have that consistent flow of leads. If you don't have it, lean in, ask questions. That's why we're here. Those prospects matter. They want you. They want what you got. They need what you have. It's just a matter of connecting the dots and getting those people to realize, oh my gosh, you got the answer for me? Yes. It's so easy to do. All right. Talk soon. You'll have a fantastic day. Do the work, get the results.